Hey everybody, I want to talk about a topic today that unless you've been living under a rock the past few weeks, this has gone viral. So the Fast Lane truck, I don't know if you watch any of their videos or not, but their huge YouTube channel, they're doing a review on their personally owned 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Toyota came out with a whole new midsize truck for this year. For 2024, this is going to be a very competitive year for some of the most capable midsize trucks, packed full of great powertrains, great looks, great interiors, technologies. The competition in this market is insane right now, and it's awesome. If you're a truck buyer, it's a great time to buy a midsize truck. But on this video, they had a huge failure, and it's all on video. It's not ideal for Toyota. I'm sure they're having a PR nightmare right now trying to fix this situation. But I want to dive into this video a little bit and kind of talk about this a little bit more and see, is this actually something to worry about, or is this just very poor coincidence for Toyota and maybe some of these first-time buyers? Let's get into this. So I'm going to look at some of the specs on the 2023 Toyota Tacoma, because one of the things I think that's helped Toyota be reliable forever is their powertrains were always 10 to 30% less power than any other competitor in the market. So logically speaking, if your competition's pushing the limits of more power, more torque, when you make a more powerful engine, differentials, transmission, axles also have to be built to survive. So if you can go against a competitor with a smaller engine, making less power, there's a very high likelihood you're going to be able to have higher reliability. And that's where I think Toyota's done such a great job in the past, is making engines and powertrains that are kind of lower on the power scale versus some of their competition. But the benefit to it has been reliability. So the question a lot of people are asking is, what the heck is going on with this Toyota Tacoma? This 2024 having this failure with the fast lane truck and the front differential, not a good look at all. And I want to dive into this a little bit. So if we look at the 2023, it had a 3.5 liter natural aspirated V6, made 278 horsepower, 265 foot-pounds of torque. This is the same number. If we look on the 2024, this is a four-cylinder turbo, so no longer a natural aspirated engine, but a four-cylinder turbo. They're both still 278 horsepower, but look at the torque. 317 foot-pounds of torque at 1,700 RPMs. If we looked at the 265 foot-pounds of torque that used to come on the V6, it probably didn't hit peak torque until 4,000 RPMs. So I'm wondering if there's a chance that this max torque of this little four-cylinder turbo is overstressing the other drivetrain components. This is part of the issue with first-year powertrain in vehicles. You have a chance of having these failures. That's why I always tell people, if you're getting a new vehicle, I don't care the manufacturer, and Toyota's made great vehicles. This is no rip on Toyota. Try to give them a year or two if you're wanting to keep one for a long time. Let them work out the bugs. So a friend of mine who has a channel called Samko Workshop, shout out to Jay, he actually dove into this a little bit too, and you can kind of see this is the video of where the TFL was, when they broke their front differential, going up, in my opinion, a super weak off-road situation. Anybody claiming that this was a very intense, hard off-road environment, man, go watch Jason's channel, Samko Workshop. Watch my channel, CTech-review, and watch the videos we put trucks through, whether it's towing, whether it's off-road. This is child's play here. This truck shouldn't have broke. With that being said, what broke on this is the front differential disconnect, which is something that where you can remove the front differential from the transfer case and the wheel ends, and manufacturers do this on a lot of vehicles to get better fuel economy when you're not in four-wheel drive. And Toyota's not the only ones that's known for having these issues. Ford has been running this technology. This is called an integrated wheel end. This is their style of disconnect, and it's known for problems. Lots of people have issues. I mean, if you just start looking this up, you'll see failure after failure with these things. And Ford actually made a change in 2021 to a new style of an integrated wheel end where you can actually, supposed to be more reliable. So everybody's got a different way of attacking this issue, and this could be a growing pain for Toyota because from my understanding, they made some tweaks on this. But could it also be that this is a more powerful engine, lower torque at lower RPMs? If you think about being in an off-road environment where you're at slow speeds, higher traction, and you've got a lot of torque at a low speed, This could have been also what contributed to this. So I'm wondering, did Toyota just contribute this to maybe it's just a coincidence? Could it be part of this new engine is making more power and Toyota maybe just didn't beef up their disconnect like their other engines are? I don't know. Regardless, this is going to be really fun to watch as a truck owner because these are PR nightmares for people that are buying these trucks. I mean, I got a 2024 Ford Raptor R coming. If something like this happened with my truck, I would not be happy. So it'll be interesting to see this happen. I'm really grateful to see what TFL did. If you watch their original video, they weren't ripping on Toyota. They're just trying to get the truck out of the woods and get it back to pavement. And it made it back on its own. You know, it didn't break down, which is great. They just couldn't get the truck into four-wheel drive. So it was able to drive home in two-wheel drive. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And I've got to believe if I'm General Motors or Ford with the new Ranger coming out, they're probably looking at their drivetrain engineers right now and hoping that they don't have any potential risks of failure like this as well. So I'm curious to get your guys' opinion. What do you think this issue was? Just pure coincidence? Do you think this is potentially a drivetrain, maybe a mishap? Do you think that maybe it's first year jitterbugs, whatever you want to call it, that this is what's leading to this failure? You know, I got no rip on Toyota. I think the new little Tacoma looks awesome. I've been a big fan of their hybrid technology. I was super impressed with my 22 Toyota Sienna. I was just in Paris last week for work and I was in one of their new hybrids. Very impressed. Toyota makes a phenomenal vehicle. They're known for reliability. It's a huge bummer because I think this is just a big accident and they have a mess to clean up. But regardless, it's going to be interesting to see what comes of this. You know, I'm sure that, you know, Ford or GM, they're going to have some issues as well. This is a fun time as a truck owner in the mid-size market. If you're wanting to buy a truck, wow. There has never been such competition of such capable trucks in this market. It's kind of funny. I'm not even in the market for a mid-size truck. They're just too tough with little kids. There's hardly any room in the second row for putting a car seat, especially if they're rear facing. But this is the time where mid-size trucks are awesome. They look great. I like the look of the Canyon and the Colorado. I like that they're making a wide body variant in both of them and at a lower price point. I think that's incredible. The motor that's gone in it is awesome. The interior, the technology. Same thing with Ford. They updated the front end. That looks good. Even probably the truck that has the least volume, the Nissan Titan, it still doesn't look bad. It's still a very capable truck. But then you add in the Toyota Tacoma, man, if you're a mid-sized truck buyer, what a cool time to be a truck owner. As more information comes on this, I'll be for sure to share, but I'm not sure a lot of other YouTubers are thinking about this in a little bit more holistic way. First year truck, new ADD disconnect, more powerful engine at lower RPMs. Could that be a new contributing factor at this engine? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.